Welcome to Cocktails and Convo. In this podcast, we invite you to take a step back in time when the world was a different place. We'll be reliving those moments from the COVID era through unique and memorable conversations. As we share these stories, we'll also craft a perfect cocktail to accompany each episode. So grab your favorite drink and join us for engaging discussions, laughter, and toast to unforgettable experiences. Whether you're reminiscing or discovering a new cocktail and convo, is here to bring those memories back to life. Cheers to great conversations and even better cocktails.
Hey guys.
Hola.
Hola. It's Friday. It's Friday.
Hey, I couldn't wait for Friday.
I know, right?
When I tell you I could not wait for Friday, I could not wait for Friday.
Yeah, I've been waiting for Friday since Monday.
I don't know why she waiting on Friday because starting next week, I'm on daddy teacher duty.
He's gonna be the teacher. Teacher of the year goes to Mr. Bellamy.
Yeah, they probably gonna call me teacher daddy. It's probably not gonna work that well.
Yeah.
So, thank everybody for coming to Cocktails and Convo every Friday after 8 p.m. where we come together to see you guys. And we appreciate you guys for coming because you know what we do here? We have everyday conversation with extraordinary drinks. So
That's right.
make sure to go ahead and send out your invite, like, comment in below, because we're happy that you're here because we hope you guys learn things that make your relationship better and you become a better person so y'all can live in a wonderful, civilized world.
And life just gets better when you have awesome drinks to go with it.
That's right. How about you,
Tell me about
Jill?
it.
How about you, Jill? You ready? You ready?
I'm ready. I'm waiting for my other half.
Oh my
He
goodness.
did all this wonderful setup. He's here. He's right next to me.
Okay.
Just sending out my invites.
Yep, I know. So, with this whole entire transitioning to homeschool learning, like officially, because we had our school, our kids' elementary school
Zoom meeting.
had a Zoom meeting for the kindergartners.
How did that go?
It actually went very well because the principal was like really interactive, really engaging. He laid
I like
everything
this.
out.
I really like this principal. Like he's so far he seems pretty good.
Yeah.
And very, very involved in the students' well-being, and he seems very caring, and he goes above and beyond for the teachers and the students.
Right.
That's the vibe I get.
Yeah, because you definitely want to have a principal who is going to make sure that the priority is the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not there just to get a check. Just to be like, yep, I'm making bank. But, you know, even like we had one parent that was like, man, I need to learn how to do this online thing. I need to get my kids ready for it. He literally said, you know what time do you go to work? She was like, I go from 6 to 2. He was like, oh my goodness. You see on his face, like 2 o'clock, that's what time I'm leaving the building. But he was like, you know what, just for you, Mom, bring you and your child, and I'll teach you guys how to use a computer so we can assign out a computer to you. I was like, okay. He's going above and beyond. He ain't playing no games.
And that's what I like to hear, you know? The fact that he's involved and he's showing that he cares about his students and the parents. And, you know, all of this is new to everybody, you know?
Exactly. And that was one of the points he really iterated was that, you know, this is new for them. The teachers have been trying to go to training to kind of understand the new system. So that way they're prepared for the new school year. And fortunately enough, our daughter's teacher, who was part of the online process before, at the beginning of the pandemic, and they just had to randomly go online. She was like, you know what? It's not that bad as long as we have communication between us and the student and a parent. We can all work through this. This is going to be really easy. Hey, Bold and Beautiful Fit 22. We appreciate you for coming on the show because we ain't nothing without you.
Hey, what's good, guys? Just joining, man. Yeah. What's good, bro?
And I just wanted to say, shout out to all the teachers. Like, this pandemic, I mean, I know 45 says you guys are essential, But I'm telling you, aside from what he's saying, because he's saying it for other reasons, he wants you guys to be in the school system, be in the schoolhouse with our children. But I'm telling you, all the teachers, you know, if no one has told you yet, you are amazing. You are appreciated, and hands down to you teachers, because I almost lost it this week. I almost lost it.
A week and a half.
And sadly, I'm a nurse. You would think I would have the patience.
Well, you know what they say about nurses, a lot of health professionals, doctors. You guys
Let
are
me
like
tell
quick.
you.
You guys are quick with your
I'm
patients.
gonna just give you a quick scenario. Quick scenario
All
about
right.
what I had to deal with. So all week, you know, the teacher does randomly checks with the students. If she sees you're participating, they ask you to answer a question. So, you know, Aubrey the whole time, you know, yesterday morning, she's like, Mommy, she didn't call my name. I said, well, raise your hand, participate, click the button, raise your hand, and then wait until your name is called. Mind you, there's other kids throwing tantrums because their names are not being called.
Exactly.
So finally, when Aubrey is called, her teacher goes, D is for, she pauses and looks at me for the answer. I said, you know the answer, you answer the question. And then she's like, you've been waiting for this, but now you don't want to answer the question. And now you're looking at me to feed you the answer. You better answer that question.
You ain't giving her no answer.
I didn't give her not one answer. You better answer. D is for what? I almost lost it. But here we are.
It is Friday.
It's week 2.
It's week 2. It's Friday.
And it's cocktails and combo time.
Yes, cocktails and combo.
So I'm not sure if we pinned it yet, but for everybody who's joining on, our convo for today is basically cheaper to keep. So we're gonna pin that on there, cheaper to keep her. And I guess the first question we'll ask you guys, is it cheaper to keep her? And then we'll kind of give us a little story behind it.
Right.
But I guess that's kind of what I want to start off with. That
Cheaper
whole
to keep her. There's a lot of meaning behind that.
It is.
When I hear cheaper to keep her, that means you wanna leave, but you don't know if you wanna leave.
Yeah, like what you mean cheaper to keep her?
You're gonna have to elaborate on that. However, shout out to all the parents who's gonna have to deal with what we're dealing with in Broward County on Monday. Cocktails and combo tonight. Y'all better enjoy it. Enjoy y'all weekend now, because it's gonna be gone as far as Monday.
Enjoy the weekend to the fullest. Mind you, I'm going to work on Monday, but still, I plan to enjoy the weekend to the fullest.
All right, so just to kind of break it down.
Cheaper to keep her.
Cheaper to keep her, right?
Let me know something.
All right,
what's
so
going on?
a lot of times in relationships,
I need to know what you mean by cheaper to keep her, because, you know, I'm already, like, my mind is going in
all over the place, right? Well, I'm gonna break it down. So basically, I kind of got this conversation from a post that Waka Flocka mentioned when he basically, you know, for those who kind of follow Waka Flocka and his girlfriend.
I don't really follow him, but it showed on my feed.
Yeah. Or if you kind of see anything that they do, he basically kind of made a statement where he was saying that he really appreciates his wife on another level, to the point where he was kind of sending a message for all men to be able to appreciate your wife to the fullest, where you have to, pull down your pride, and basically looking at the man's viewpoint, where you have to basically be constantly building up your wife. You know, we always mention how teamwork makes the dream work, and he looked at it as his part of the team should be building his wife. Whatever desires and dreams and goals she has, man, your job is to kind of like feed into that, and put aside your ego.
Because they always like to say behind every man, there's a strong woman. So now you're saying this man has to be the person to support that strong woman.
But it looks like, because if you follow Waka, it wasn't easy for him to get to that point.
We all know.
Their relationship was kind of displayed,
it was rocky.
Everybody knows.
Yeah. So as I talk about the cheaper to keep, right? The reason I kind of got that aspect from what he said is that I think every man, we're always making decisions, right? And if your relationship has ever gone through anything rocky, a lot of times, these things come about when, if you're in a relationship that's cheaper to keep her, a lot of island people, they will stay in the home and make it work. You guys even heard Will Smith said that he will stay in the house all the way across the room, but they still gonna figure it out.
They
So I think
partners.
So someone in the comments, Mademoiselle Miller, she mentioned, is it financially or emotionally? Is it cheaper to keep her because of finances or because of the emotion?
Well, let's break down both. I think from Waka Flocka's perspective, in the beginning, and again, I'm speculating, in the beginning, I think if we follow the timeline with their relationship or any relationship that go through rocky times, a lot of times, you may not want to leave because of financial reasons and emotional reasons. A lot of times for us men, again, I'm taking a man's perspective. This week is kind of the man's perspective, and we don't, A, want to divide the money, whatever that is, and B, we don't want nobody else getting with our girl. So what do you guys think about
possessive.
Yes. What do you guys think about the financial reason first why men kind of get into that position where they feel like, oh, it's cheaper to keep her financially?
When you even 50% of marriages fail because of finances, right?
True.
So if you make sure that you are financially bringing into the household, one, two, you okay with the idea that your wife can have an opportunity to accelerate in her career and make more money than you, right? You have to be comfortable with, like, financially, I'm not the breadwinner, because technically she is, but we both play a part in making sure collectively the way we manage our finances doesn't become a burden. Right?
Ooh, the chat is bumping. Keep going, E. I'm gonna.
Woo! The chat looked like, yeah.
So with that respect, it's for some guys it is kind of hard,
Right?
Yeah.
Because I remember one
Somebody
interview,
said taxes.
for real. I remember in one interview with Waka Flocka where I think this was after they kind of settled their differences and they were working on building up their relationship. She wanted to get into music. Instead of Waka Flocka being like, hey, you ain't never really put out anything music wise, why you want to start now? Right? So instead of taking that position, he actually flipped it on his head. He was like, you know what? On your Instagram right there, you have over 1 million followers. So that means if you put out a song, you can literally have a platinum selling single or album because you have the support to make sure your music career is there. And whatever assistance you need to make sure we get this track done, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because I think he realized, like, her success is his success also too.
Exactly.
Yeah. So and I think that's the place that we want to go from, where I think as men we have to get into the position where we don't look at the I in team and like my finances, my this, my that, into more of a team aspect. And I think the reason why a lot of people say it's cheaper to keep her, I think realistically it is when you talk about taxes, alimony, if you have children, all these different things that have to be split. And they always say 2 heads are better than one.
Right.
So
I'm gonna read some of the comments.
Go ahead.
Someone said there was a lot of infidelity in that relationship in the first place.
Yeah.
But on his part, Queen Kitchen said it may be financially cheaper, but it costs you in other areas. Yes.
That might be the
Georgia
emotional
said,
part.
Word, West Indians will tough it out. And Annie, Madam Bond said, for me, when I hear cheaper to keep her, it means he doesn't want to split his earnings, but he still likes her, so he'll settle and stay. So that's what I was trying to say. Like, where are we going with this?
I like the word settle. I think there's a lot of some things that we were talking about. When a man thinks like that and uses that type of verbiage, it's cheaper to keep her. In a sense, he is having a settling mindset, even though it may be a true statement, because 2 heads are better than one, and those finances, when they're broken up, it's like, man, do I have to break up this, and this? It sometimes it makes better sense to just tough it out and stick it together, but at the same time, it does come from a settling mindset.
Yeah.
And I guess just to comment on what you said earlier about, or somebody else commented about the infidelity, I think one of the reasons why a lot of people stay together, because even though there may be some infidelity or whatever it is, they're always looking at the pros and cons.
Yeah.
The infidelity, but then again, like he mentioned earlier, finance is one of the biggest reasons why people split. So sometimes it's like, man, am I financially situated? Who's making more money? This and that. So in her position, we don't know. It may be, okay, did finance play a role in the reason why they may have stayed initially?
Right.
What do you guys think?
I mean, they both have their own platforms, you know, as far as them individually. So, you know, sometimes it's not even about the money, you know. If both of you guys are making good money, you know, is it really cheaper to keep her? If both of you guys are financially stable, like if, you know, if it doesn't hurt you to walk away and it's not going to be a issue, then you have to look for other reasons why, you know, what
you're going to stick it out.
Make you want to stay in this relationship to work it out.
Right.
So I'll break down my personal experience, right?
Okay.
This one always got a personal experience.
Listen, you can't relate to the people if you don't have a story to tell.
Okay.
True.
All right. So it's real simple for me, right? When me and my wife was first dating, I think it was within the first 2 months.
You like that, Ray? He's bringing
now he's talking about you.
He's talking about you.
I don't mind
Nobody
that.
else now.
I don't mind that.
She don't like the other people.
It's when it's other people's I get a little, you know.
So this was within the first 2 months of dating, right? And I was working. I had just got a new position in a new department, and she was already, you know, secured in her place of employment at the time. Mm-hmm. So while I'm working there, one of my coworkers was like, "Hey, I know a position available for a night job. If you're interested, you know, making some extra money." I was like, extra money, easy work, not a problem. I think I might take that on. So they told me the schedule, like it's gonna be 4 days out of the 9. You have Friday, you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, obviously. It's like 4 to 5 hours a night. So then, it was one of our nights that we were, spending time with each other. And I told her, like, hey, look, man, something came up. We're gonna have to adjust our times to spend with each other and date because I'm gonna take on this new night job, right?
Yeah.
After I finished making my statement,
All right.
she come and tell me, for real? Someone offered me a night job too.
She wanted to match your match.
No. Wait, pause.
Okay.
She wasn't trying to match my match. My point of this is that when you have that mate, you're gonna go through certain experiences, right? That make you realize, you know what? I'm not gonna mess this up because I realize how good I got it.
Yes.
Right? So Waka Flocka probably didn't realize how good he had it. So he was still being Waka Flocka Flame. Right? And so I'm like, dang, if I got offered an opportunity to make some extra bread and she got offered an opportunity to
she
make
probably
some
declined
extra bread.
it.
I'm sorry?
She probably declined it.
No. I didn't decline it.
She didn't.
Okay.
Oh, run me them coins.
So both of you guys end up doing the extra job.
Yeah,
Right.
both of us, but that also meant that was less time for us to be together and to, especially when you're in the beginning, getting to know each other, starting a date. Sometimes that could make or break. Like if I don't see you or hear from you, because we're both so busy working, we tired. When do we really have time to like connect? But that didn't stop us from, still trying to connect and still trying to date.
Right.
So the major thing I got from it is like, if we're just meeting each other, right, outside of both of us, we both get offered the same opportunity. I'm like, this ain't nothing but God, And around the time, my church was really explaining how prosperity is in your life, right? It's not about just money, right? Every area of life gets better, socially, relationally, lovingly. It was 100-fold return. Right? And I realized, oh snap, this little one right here, she my 100-fold return. I ain't letting this go.
So you weren't thinking.
It sounded like he realized what he had and didn't want to let it go.
Yeah. And I think that's the so you guys didn't have that mindset, the cheaper to keep it mindset. You guys weren't thinking.
So you're trying to say that's the mindset you had?
No. We're talking about that mindset and how a lot of men.
So you stay with me because what?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about a lot of men, and I think it's a great conversation. A lot of men have that settling mindset.
I know. Well, if I say who it is, everybody's gonna know who it is.
But don't say who it is.
Then don't say it.
But as you're saying,
look, do I have any siblings in the chat right now?
No.
You had somebody in a similar scenario.
I had someone in a similar scenario.
Yeah.
Where Buddy had to evaluate. You know. However, he realized in the end that it not only first it was okay, it's cheaper to keep her. However,
the emotional part.
However, he ended up realizing that she's his ride or die. Like, why am I? Like, what am I doing?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Like, he was ready to walk away because he felt like I do all this, and what do you do all day?
Yeah.
Type of thing,
Yeah.
But when God tested him,
and tested their
relationship, he ended up realizing, wow, I almost let this go. I didn't want to,
Yeah. I love it.
You was choosing your words wisely.
Look, I don't want to get a whooping tomorrow.
But you know what? I think on that note, we should definitely continue that conversation on the realization that a lot of men have, and it changing from a settling mindset to, as he was mentioning, a mindset of like more teamwork and like prosperity, and how we can really like support each other.
Right.
But hey, I'm ready to drink, man. It's Friday. I don't know about you guys.
All right, so
what we got on the menu?
Actually, this first drink of the night was actually recommended by one of our viewers, aka Becky.
Becky with the I or Becky with the Y?
Becky with the Y.
Hey, Becky.
I don't know.
It's
Thank you, Becky.
Right. And what I realized about this cocktail, it doesn't have that many ingredients. It's really simple. But I'm trying to find these ingredients to make it exactly like the original. And I realized, these ingredients kind of pricey.
Right.
Yeah, so this is going to be a high quality drink if you get the exact spirits. Becky with an I. If you get the exact spirits, then it's going to be worth the drink because it's a high quality drink. So it's actually called the Wonder Bar Martini, and I'll get that up on the. Let's see if I can get up on the stage right here.
The Wonder Bar Martini.
Wonder Bar.
There we go. So
this is a martini glass, right? Big one.
Right there.
Right.
I know we have mini ones.
Yeah, right here. This one.
No,
as you guys can see, the Wonder Bar Martini is really simple. All you need is 2 ounces of gin.
2 ounces of gin.
2 ounces of gin. Make it happen.
You need a blanc vermouth. Vermouth is basically a fortified wine, which is really popular in Italy, and they usually drink this as a after cocktail drink, or like a lunch. It's kind of lunch. It's like a beer. Like they just drink it like it's really, really good. And a fortified wine is basically wine that's been where they add a little bit more alcohol content to it, just to give it a little bit more kick. All right. So to make it in its original form, you actually have to get it's called Monkey 47 Gin. Pretty cool bottle. And we're gonna go ahead and make our drink.
So we just use whatever we have at our bar. We don't have monkey. We still have regular Seagrams.
Yeah.
So just use gin. I don't know because it does require a blanc vermouth. Most vermouth that you find is that reddish wine color one.
Yeah, I have a.
Yeah, we have the vermouth.
All right, cool. So as you can see, you just need 1 ounce of blanc vermouth and then 2 ounces of gin, and we're gonna add that into our mixing glass.
Okay.
And garnish with the grapefruit twist. I like that.
So we don't. Okay. So
all right,
what
so
am I doing?
here you go. Here's the mixer.
Yeah.
Here's your measuring.
We're gonna double it up. It's going to
Get
be
it 2 ounces
2
of gin.
ounces of sweet vermouth.
So you always start off with the spirit, right, E?
Well,
And
you,
this one,
you
one
want to
or
start
two?
off with the lesser ingredient first, and then
Okay.
add your alcohol last, because you don't want to,
Oh, I was about to get us too wasted.
waste the good stuff.
No,
So,
we're
with
just
the-
saying start off with it.
Start off with the vermouth.
Yeah,
Okay.
1 ounce. So
1
Yeah.
ounce.
but if we go for
Oh,
200
man.
with that.
See, my local spirits and wine store didn't have a smaller bottle, so I'm gonna be drinking this vermouth for a while.
And I'll work on the garnish. Even though it's grapefruit, I wonder.
And then you add 2 ounces of gin, or dry gin, basically.
So because it's the both of us, so 4.
Yes, 4 in total. That is absolutely correct.
You know, I'm relearning math this week. Back to school for the kiddies.
I know, right? They
1
got a whole
plus 1 is.
they got a whole new different way of doing things, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not that complicated. I got a kindergartner. It's not that complicated.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
the 1, 2, 3 ABCs.
Yeah. Add some ice now, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna start adding ice. So, okay, Madam Drum Dave. Sorry if I butchered that. Why can't you drink? Please explain why. All right, let me take this out so we can get back.
She's probably breastfeeding.
I'm sorry?
You said, why can't she drink?
Yeah, she said I can't drink. What's up?
She's
What happened?
probably breastfeeding.
Oh, congratulations.
Now, hold on. Now, Jill, Eve, with the grapefruit, do you put the grapefruit? Do you put the grapefruit pre-mix or post when you put it in the glass?
What happened?
The grapefruit.
For the grapefruit.
Yeah, after you mix everything and you pour your cocktail in your glass, you're gonna take your grapefruit, and if you can make a nice long strip, just go ahead and make sure you squeeze it to express the oils into the glass. Make it a nice little twist and then drop it all in.
Well, I didn't have grapefruit. We only have grapefruit juice, so we're just gonna add a splash of it.
Yeah.
No, you don't need juice.
It's just for garnish.
The
Oh,
skin,
this
that's
is garnish. All right, so I'll give me like an orange.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing too, because I couldn't find any grapefruit. All right, so we got Starboys. He's still on like 2 weeks episode talking about where the OnlyFans at.
What?
The OnlyFans at. He's asking where the OnlyFans at.
Well, we decided that's not for us.
Exactly, right?
All right. We're a little bit more civilized than that.
But Sydney, he's still ready to create his page. I don't know what he's gonna do on the OnlyFans, but
It's gonna be men. It's just gonna be men on bicycles.
Hey, no, listen.
men riding bicycles.
I'm down to do an OnlyFans page with my wife. I think the
But what we
OnlyFans,
gonna do on the OnlyFans page?
like I said, I think that we can do some pretty seductive workouts, exercises,
Garnish.
and things like that. So, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Starboy says,
I don't
speak for
mind the
yourself.
seductive exercises, like what we doing, push up.
We're not going down that road.
You said you.
I didn't bring up the OnlyFans.
Who did?
Starboy 143, bro.
And you read his comment. So
Look at that Starboy. You about to get somebody in trouble.
you read his comment.
Yeah,
So what is this drink called again? It's called Wonder Mouth. What is this called again?
Wonder Bar Martini.
Wonder Bar Martini. Got it.
So what? Okay.
You gotta express the oil. Yeah.
Express the oil.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys know about that OnlyFans page.
So
Well-
Andre Pierre said seductive workouts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
you know, like you do a push up and you kiss or something like that, right?
Something like that. Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what he's talking about, y'all.
But when I say seductive workouts, I mean like actual workouts. Like we working out, but it may not be like the general gym workout. Something that couples do. There's a lot of couple workouts out there that promotes intimacy and things like that. Hey,
All right.
I definitely think that this drink looks very neat.
It's a neat drink, yeah.
It's a very neat drink.
Yeah, yeah. And for those who don't know what neat means, are you guys done?
Yeah, we're done. And
Yeah,
he
the
just
neat,
went to
the
go-
neat is like the
He went to go
simplicity.
break up a fight.
Oh man.
So back to this whole cheaper to keeper.
All right.
You never gave your stance.
On a cheaper to keeper?
Yeah. Like,
Okay. Okay.
I didn't hear your opinion. You're the one who brought the conversation up.
Well, you know what?
Jen was like, Jen, you know, I'm ready. Like, boy, you better tell
Well,
me.
you know, I'll say this. I agree with the statement. I do think it is cheaper to keep her.
Ladies, get your prenups ready.
Now, I will say this.
Prenup.
I'll say this, right? We mentioned earlier about the emotional aspect of it. So I think if the emotional aspect of the relationship is too severe, and then you gotta go with the emotional part and try to leave. But
But saying to leave, counseling.
no, you can do counseling. You can do all these different things as
You
well.
gotta
It
do all the
helps.
preventative
But-
stuff to.
But just to go with that statement, it is true. It's cheaper to keep her. But I've never really thought about finances in my decision. You know, I don't try to think like that, because I do agree that when you think about finances, majority in your decision making, especially the cheaper to keep her, it is a selling mindset.
Yeah.
I'm more of the mindset of how to make our money build, how to make our money grow,
Right.
how can I support you? And I think as we sip on this drink, that's what we should kind of go into, because I think with Waka Flocka, that's probably, and I think that's what I took most from what he said. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, cocktails and convo. I hope y'all drinking. But that's what I took mostly from what his statement.
This is really
that-
good.
It is? Let me taste this. Yeah, it is. It is.
Pat said, take the money, I just want peace. You know, we're Leos. He's spoken from a Leo.
Yeah, take all the money.
Like, I'm not going to fight.
Yeah.
Take the money. I just want peace.
Yeah.
No, wait. Wait.
Not everybody
Wait.
wants to battle now.
Wait.
Not everybody wants to
Wait.
fight and
Wait.
have a long, drawn out.
Wait.
Like, Jen. And he's
Wait.
like, stop. It's stopping. Please.
Leo, that was spoken from a Leo.
I don't care about
words
that.
from a Leo.
So we got to break that down. We'll break that down. Go ahead. Yeah, I'll break it down and you can break it down.
So y'all already know how I feel about Leos. We're not gonna go over this again. Okay. First off, you're the man. You're the household. One of your responsibilities is to make sure the household works
Yeah.
and it functions
Mm.
and it grows
Okay.
and it builds.
Mm.
Right?
Amen.
So if you're willing to say take the money and run, why would you invest all that time to build an empire where you can afford for her to lead you?
Wow.
Yeah. I think
Also, so E said he's going to fight.
well, I think the thing about it is some people
That's
look
right, babe.
some,
Fight.
well,
You
you know,
got to fight for Rachel's love.
well, I think what Pat is probably trying to say, and what people are probably trying to say is that some people.
Rather peace of mind.
But, so here's the thing.
I don't want to go back and forth arguing.
So, but here's the
Because
thing.
it could get ugly.
It
It
can.
can be ugly, but it's all on the way you fight. So when you're talking about building an empire, it's really both of you guys fighting everybody else and all the other negativity.
Okay.
Once there's infighting, then you have to say, man, how can we resolve this infighting and use that energy to build us up and make sure that we shine like a diamond. So I think sometimes that whole peace versus work is really what you're looking at. Yeah, the peace to just stop everything, but it's not really peace. There's not going to really be peace because there's other things you have to take care of, especially it all depends what you have. If you have children, if you have accounts, if you have property, if you whatever, even if you have friends together.
Oh, yeah.
If you have friends together,
That's
there's
another
going to
big
be
piece.
some situations where it's like, okay, we got to choose, and there's no peace there unless you're going to just put yourself in
In a bubble?
in a bubble,
Oh,
and
no,
you see what happened with those people in the bubble. Them boys want conjugal visits.
Them boys
This
want
is the last
conjugal
one
visits
episode.
and want to say they're having a strike.
No, that's for something different, Jay.
Okay.
But I would definitely agree with E that as the man, we definitely have to continue to create a culture of growth, and some of that is being very intentional and looking for things and saying, man, how can I build something? He mentioned earlier how you got to support your wife in her dreams. Sometimes we got to put our ego aside and say, you know what?
Okay.
I'm looking at you.
I'm gonna just cut you off when you said.
Go ahead.
So now we're going towards the man being the protector and the provider and the one that builds and grows.
Yeah.
Because you said that.
Yeah, it's kind of a love,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna flip the coin a little bit.
Go ahead.
What if the woman is the provider, the breadwinner, and the protector?
What do you mean the
Well, she shouldn't be the protector of the household, but
she's the
we're living in
breadwinner?
2020
Mm-hmm.
where, it's free game when it comes to relationships. The woman could be the person that makes the six figures or the high income and have the business ventures and all that stuff. And yes, she has the man who could be a nurturer.
Yeah, but I feel like he shouldn't be intimidated by that because, it's them together. It's a team effort. So, or the woman shouldn't be like, it's my money. I make the money. I can do whatever I want with my money. She shouldn't be selfish like that in her thought process either.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is true. I mean, even back to us, being transparent, that was our situation. When we first got together, I always had a way to make more money than my wife. Period. Hands down. Right?
Yes.
So
it was a beautiful thing because I was very spoiled,
Right. So I would always have my little hustle, and I was always outpace her on the side money part to make sure that we are financially able to do whatever we want. Right? But I had to tell her, like, listen.
They're going into the chest.
I know, right?
Peace of mind is priceless.
Peace of mind is priceless?
Look, like you said, there's no price tag on my life.
Ain't no price tag.
So, whoa, Time to Live just wrote a paragraph. I can't see that, but
So I while we were dating, I was in my Tommy phase.
Yeah.
You know what I did? But I got one. Right?
Mm.
So eventually I had to tell her, like, hey, babe, if you want to keep this pace, like, getting that hustle money on the side is going to require a little bit more time of me being away. What do you want? You want me to stay home more or allow me to keep doing my hustle?
And let me, just over here live, let me have her read these comments. Go ahead.
Colonel Liv said he knew what he was signing up for when he knew she was a boss chick and he was working at Taco Bell.
Woo!
And he ain't finna leave with my shit.
Whoa. She got real specific. She said Taco Bell.
Any other comments you want to read?
I got that story. Tell us that.
Cheap doesn't always mean money. Cost can be associated to all things.
So, here's my standpoint on it, right? I think that when we talk about the mindsets and things like that, right, I don't want to lose my train of thought. So I think the biggest thing for me is that, I lost my train of thought, man. Maybe it'll get back to me. Let me throw the ball back to you guys.
Yeah,
laughing at these comments.
No, but they're right. Like, here's the thing. We've talked about this before in previous cocktails and convo. Talking about when you come into a relationship, the things that you're looking for when you're in a courtship or you're dating, So now when you're together and you're thinking about, okay, you're engaged or you're thinking about marriage, now, do you bring those incomes together? Like, if you listen to our podcast, we talk about those things. Check our podcast out.
Love.
But yeah, so it's like for the woman, sometimes she feels like, okay, if I brought this in, I want to come out with this. Or if I came in with this, I want to come out with this and more.
All right, so here's my train of thought, guys. I got.
But you shouldn't. But sorry.
All right, so my train of thought is that when it comes to peace is really a perspective, and when it comes to work is really a perspective. He mentioned earlier about your empire. You're building your empire. If again the relationship is just, if you feel like it's just that broken and you've exhausted all situations, and if you're thinking that mindset, again, we're talking about cheaper to keeper. If you think about man, it's cheaper to keeper
meaning splitting.
Yeah, meaning the only reason I'm in this is because I don't want to split and I don't want my money to be going here and there. So it's cheaper to just keep her. I think what that does, it puts you in a settling mindset, and that settling mindset will continue those same behaviors. And if those behaviors are behaviors of
Okay.
infidelity, if those
So-
behaviors are behaviors of not really pouring into your wife and supporting your wife and neglecting your wife,
So
then
what do you tell the man who decides to stay? What do you tell the man or the woman who decides to stay?
well, I think we're talking about elevation. So stop having the mind, even though it may be a reality, a cheaper to keeper, you'll go further.
If you make it work.
Well, not if you make it work. If you say, you know what, I'm not going to look at finances. I'm looking at the team aspect, and I'm looking at the dream aspect, and I'm looking at our joint goals. So those right there will, I think, stop a man from thinking cheaper to keeper and have him thinking, man, how do I build her up? How do I help her get satisfied? Her satisfaction will lead to my satisfaction, ergo will lead to increased peace. If I continue to fight for my selfishness, then that will cause more strain in the relationship. And again,
Time to live, time to live.
yeah. Go ahead, Ray. Read that.
Time to live said, I ain't splitting nothing he ain't contribute to, and I don't want none of his stuff unless it's for me to pawn.
Really?
Now, cheap and
I
keeper,
love it.
you gotta remember some of those
And
mindsets.
she's like, some relationships can't stay together because it be too broken
Yeah,
and toxic
yeah.
and
Gorgeous. She hit it on the nail. Read her
yeah.
comment.
Cool.
She hit it on the nail. She said.
Gorgeous.
But I think she said, but I think they
Go ahead.
She said, but I think if they deciding whether or not it's cheaper to keep her, they're already checked out. Bam, checked out.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think
So you
when
shouldn't come into the mindset that, just in case this doesn't work out. You're already setting up yourself for failure. You shouldn't be having those, going that route.
Brenda just joined in. She says, I'm not cheap. Recap. Recap.
So to recap, the combo for today is cheaper to keeper. And we're looking at the man's perspective on how he kind of makes these decisions. Again, a woman might have these same things going in her mind, but a lot of times the man might say, you know what, instead of getting out of this relationship, I'm going to, settle. And it's cheaper to keeper. So cheaper to keeper brings a settling mindset. And when it brings a settling mindset, we were kind of diving into how those mindsets also reinforce those same behaviors. So sometimes when you say, man, this thing is so toxic, one of the reasons why the relationship continues to be toxic because that mindset is still there of, man, you know what? I'm just going to settle. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do that. I'll figure everything out later. Oh, I ain't going to split half and half. So sometimes when you're looking at a individual selfish perspective, it will bring forth what that brings.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the goal of this conversation is to have everyone stop thinking about I need to have an exit strategy.
Yeah.
Right? The goal is how can I make this be fruitful?
Yeah.
Right?
Because that cheaper to keeper mindset has a person thinking the exit strategy or how do I huddle up my own piece of the pie? How do I keep my own piece of the pie?
So right there, you're already saying to yourself, like Gorgeous said, you checked out.
You checked out, and guess what?
Right.
You better get
You
your own
checked out
stuff
before you
together.
checked in.
I got my stuff together. I know you working over there at what she said he was working at?
Taco Bell.
I know you working at Taco Bell. And guess what? I'm multiplying. I done bought some properties. You better figure it
Now,
out.
we've talked about this before on previous cocktails and combos. That man who could be working at Taco Bell could be the man who invents Facebook.
Bam.
And now what? Because you wanted to keep to yourself. Now, Mark Zuckerberg, or the owner of Tesla, what's his name?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
And now you're looking at Jeff Bezos.
Like, what's up? You look good now.
Yeah.
G up right now.
G up right now.
So
They all up.
But you didn't want to be supportive. So it's
Mr.
like
3D.
Well, but no. Now, you got to also take it as this. Yes, he built all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he's able to express to her his vision and the success that comes with it. So she
Right.
will be, you know what? I believe you. I will be your ride or die.
Yeah.
Right? So our conversation to the guys is, you're not just standing there being like, you know, if she ride with me, she ride with me. No.
Yeah.
You have to give her an incentive
Yeah.
to ride with you.
Yeah.
Right? You can't just have someone be like, okay, cool, whatever. You know, you say you talk good, all right, I stick it out, and then he's still at Taco Bell 10 years later. He's not even a manager.
Exactly.
You gotta show the work that you're doing too, the effort that you're putting in, because you can't be all talk.
Right?
Yeah.
So I, as always, I have a story to tell. So I'll give you my example.
What you gotta talk about?
Go ahead, E.
So my wife, she loved to take pictures. She liked to take pictures. I remember for our first Christmas, I bought her a camera, right?
Yeah.
But the way I did it pretty cool. You know, I asked her, what was your favorite toy as a kid? She was like a jump rope. So what I did is I bought her a gift, I put it in the box, I covered the box, and I covered it with a jump rope. So
Okay.
when she opened up her Christmas present, she was like, this bleep that gave me a jump rope for Christmas.
And you said that was your favorite thing.
Right?
Yeah, but you know, it's
Gang
Christmas.
gifts.
You know, all
Gang
I
gifts.
saw was a doggone jump rope, and I was like, okay, like.
And what'd you say? Oh, I love it.
No, she rashed it because we weren't together. We weren't
We
living
were
together.
Leo's.
So
You can see it all on their
rashed
face.
You know, we tell you.
Leo's
Yeah,
fake
my
face tell it
friend-
all.
Yeah, our foreheads.
I went to my sister's.
She went to her sister. She was like, "This dude literally gave me a jump rope," and she was like, "You sure there's nothing else in that box? Did you move anything around in that box?" She moved it. She's like, "Oh, it's not Mr. Campbell."
Oh, look at that. He said,
Right. So that's step one: supporting her vision to become a photographer.
Mhm.
Right. So in that process, as people know, I have my Tommy moment. So I was, I've gone to many events. I've made sure, who said Muncie? This girl, Jess. I'm gonna have my Tommy moment. Hold it down. So I used to go to many events, and I was.
LOL, you ain't love it.
Hey, they ready, man. They ready. They
No,
okay,
no,
man.
the jump rope I didn't
Oh,
like.
shit, like the jump
I
rope.
didn't like the jump rope because I went to my sister's and vented.
So E, you're saying that all of that is your way of making sure that you were, and I think the thing about it is as men, we got to be in tune with our wife. They actually, I was reading today, they actually said we have to actually anticipate some things. So if you anticipated that, you know what, she has a passion and you were in tune with that, you actually was able to support her by giving her that camera that furthers her passion.
Right. Even to the point where I was able to meet a photographer who was like, hey, I have a lot of events and, I take a picture. I was like, yo, you know what? I got a photographer for you if you want to intern.
wow.
I set up a meeting for her.
Look at that.
Yeah, I was like,
Look at that.
Forgot.
no, I didn't forget. I know what he's gonna say.
Listen. So she went, she had a meeting with the guy, she got the job, everything was cool. So I was supportive to make sure that one, she had her equipment, two,
Yeah.
she had the job to go put in some work. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, why you want to take pictures for? There's no money in that.
Yeah.
But I didn't obviously,
He's just supporting your dream.
career
Yeah,
path.
and again, your dreams
I'm not
are.
a photographer right now. It's just, I
Yeah,
just like taking pictures.
But one of the things that I say, he mentions this a lot. We mention this a lot. Is that a great thing? How support looks is not particularly always the profession, but it's sometimes the hobbies. So sometimes the hobbies, and if you can find ways to support the hobbies bring as much joy as a profession as well.
Right.
I'll share a story real quick too, because I think the thing that we're trying to get at is you got to get to a place where you're being supportive of your wife and anticipating and being in tune to the things that she needs, so you can build that up, and that builds the empire, that builds a dream, and
You wasn't supportive of me going to New York.
well.
Ooh.
So here's the thing. That's not even true, though. So here's the thing.
Come on.
So you do have to.
So I can
So,
see
hold
you
on.
lying because
Hold
you
on.
stuck.
But
So,
Jen,
so you know, I'll bring the receipts.
Yeah.
I'll bring the receipts. Hold on, I'll bring the receipts.
My
So Jit
God.
want to mention that, right? Jit has, again, a lot of Leos, they have many dreams. They have many aspirations. They have a lot of goals.
Also, you're trying to say we're all over the place.
Sometimes you guys may be all over the place. Now, here's one of the things about Jit. She has a big goal about her school. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll say, you know what? I anticipate that you're going to need more time to study. You're going to need this, you're going to need that. Even to the point where we have days where, and this is the little things, we have days that it's my day with Aubrey, it's your day with Aubrey.
Right.
Now, when I anticipate that she seems frustrated and she hasn't had enough time to study and do her papers or whatever it is that she needs to do, I would jump in and say, all right, let me make sure she eats, let me make sure I take her a shower, and let me make sure I settle her and give you that time.
Okay.
Now, again, we're talking about a program, these programs that are like 10 years, that are 8 years. So it's not just one time, it's multiple times. And she'll say, oh, thank you. Now, when you look at both of them,
Yeah.
I have to make sure I'm supporting some of it, but I can't support all of them.
You know.
You know, and there's other things as well.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing that we're trying to say is that as men, we have to be able to be in tune with our wives. We have to be able to support our wives. We don't have to settle. We don't have that selfish mindset, because peace in the house is total peace. It's not just my peace. It's everybody, because there's an energy in the house.
Happy spouse, happy house.
Happy spouse, happy house, but it's an energy.
Yeah.
So if you're not happy, that energy, I feel it. You know, if my daughter's not happy, that energy, I feel it. So my job, as you were talking about, is to create this energy where we're, at the most part, happy and satisfied. And I have to be really in tune. I think as most men,
Okay,
we
so
have to be really in tune.
what I'm hearing from tonight's conversation is
Trying to
support,
check me.
support. So if
Yeah.
you're gonna be in a relationship with someone, observe how they support you.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with 2 quick comments.
Yeah. And then let's get the shots in.
Right.
Starboard
So-
said, "What if you don't like your mate?"
Exactly. Like, what do you mean? What if you don't like your mate? Like, you should have figured that out as soon as possible. Now,
I'm pretty sure some things you like.
Right.
Something you like.
so how long did you realize you didn't like your mate? Is the question.
That's the question.
Yeah.
And you
Or
know what?
how long do you date your mate to realize that you don't like your mate?
And I think what he might be talking about is maybe certain characteristics. He
Yeah.
got into the relationship, and there's certain characteristic flaws
Yeah.
that he may have overlooked because of some reason or another, and now they're glaring at him, and he's just focused like, yo, man, I
Yeah.
really hate this about her.
Yeah.
For me, that comes down to a question: is where your love is at for your spouse, right? Because, listen, my wife is a lot, but she's not everything, right? So there's going to be certain.
Hey, thank you for being honest, E.
There's no such thing as perfect.
There's no such thing as perfect.
But even though I think I'm everything, but okay.
Hey, same thing here. I as a man, I would agree with you, because our wives are a lot, but they're not everything.
They're not everything.
So
I got
you
my
have to-
flaws.
Right, but you have to realize, okay, if you don't like your mate, do you not like your mate? If you want to put a percentage, 10% of her character, or 90% of the character.
Or what is it that you don't like about your
Right.
mate?
And if there's an area, sorry to cut you off, E, if there's something that you don't like, what are you doing about it? How are you supporting that area in building that area up?
Yeah. We're talking to you, Starboy.
What's good?
Hey, actually, Starboy just followed up. He said, no one is perfect, but when you like them, you work things out.
Bam. Good. I like that, Star.
I like it.
Yeah. For example, I would say this, E, if in Starboy, if it's an area that you don't like, I think you want to water that area, grow that area, feed that area. If it's something about her character, some of that stuff may be do in conversations. Sometimes you may go to counseling or just have a mentor, another relationship that is a mentor that can shed some light to both of you or that particular person. Sometimes you got to talk it out.
Yeah.
And if it's really that bad that you just stop liking them, I'm pretty sure there's some reason that you like them.
Yeah.
But if it's
Because there
something,
was a reason why you wanted to go on a date with that person and pursue them.
Was it all physical?
Yeah.
Listen.
And Becky made a good point. She said that's the difference between love and lust.
Woo! Physical. Starboy, come on, get up that physical high horse.
Listen.
No,
Get up that physical high horse.
You gotta be
Starboy
honest.
talking trash.
It starts
Nah,
off
hey, listen,
physical.
E.
It starts off and everything else you build upon.
Ooh, look, Natalie said in some relationships, you meet the representative before you meet the real man or woman.
That's probably what Starboy.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because some people will wear a mask. You know that. Have y'all ever seen that TikTok? They be like this.
Right. So to follow up with Nat the hairstylist, right? That's when you have to realize, you know what? Am I going to be the person I want to be before I get with the spouse that can handle who I am?
Right.
Right? Because before I got with my wife, I wasn't trying to fake no funk. Right? When I go out, I have fun, I eat good, I live good. I wasn't going to like, I'm just gonna wine and dine you for a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, once I done put my claws in you and I put them shackles on your ankle, I'm gonna stop all that. I'm like, no.
Put a seed in them.
Right? So,
You gotta keep it consistent.
Yeah.
He kept it consistent.
Right?
So I think it is cool to call somebody out. Go ahead, E.
Yeah. So the question then becomes, that's not your new spouse fault. That's a personal flaw, right? Why are you putting on an image that is not you? You should work on yourself, become the person who you want to be, and prepare yourself to be with the new person. Because if you a Camry trying to hang out with a Benz,
What's wrong with a Toyota? What's wrong with a Tesla?
Calm down. You get distracted. Calm down.
Hey, but E, I think in Starboy's perspective and a lot of people's perspective, if you feel like the person they brought their representative and now they're showing their true colors, it's okay to call them out on it and say, yo, what happened to all that stuff you was doing before and why you changed up so much?
Yeah, Ashley Michelle says she thinks that sometimes people get comfortable and forget that a relationship takes consistency and work.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Hey, so
Let's get to our shots now.
Yeah, so before
Friday.
Wait, we gotta wait for our shots because
The espresso?
Cancel us right now in about less than 2 minutes.
So
Okay.
E, what do I have to do about the shots real quick? Do I have to prepare anything?
Yes, we'll get to it. So basically, the concept of the shop is, your relationship gets sleepy and boring sometimes. You got to wake it up. So we're going to let that cocktail, we're going to let you figure out what the shot's going to be so you can wake back up again. So come back again. We're doing cocktails and combos each and every Friday where we have everyday conversations with extraordinary drinks.
So
see you back in 2
minutes, guys. Come back.
Yo, people, how you guys doing? Part 2, man.
Part 2.
Like he said, is it cheaper to keep up? Or should you be thinking of something else?
Right. So to give a quick recap to why we say is it cheaper to keep her,
Yeah.
as being the man, the husband, the significant other of the relationship, you got to make sure you engage with your significant other.
Yeah.
Support her in every area of her life, just not when it benefits you. Just you support them because you love unconditionally, and it's learning unconditional love too.
Yeah. And there's a couple of words that you gotta make sure that you hone into. We just use the word engaged. You gotta be engaged, and I think engaged is being intentional and looking at a lot of the little things, picking up on the nuances of the relationship. If you see some things that you feel that give her excitement, see what you can do to kind of pour some water and have that grow, because that excitement will bring peace and love into the household.
Right.
That's definitely true.
And Eve, we made a couple of. We made a couple of drinks as well. We made one drink. You want to let them know about the drink that we made?
Yeah, the first drink that we made in the evening is called the Wonder Bar Martini. It's made with a dry gin, or if you want
It was good.
Yeah, If you want to use a specific kind of gin that's made with the recipe, which was the Monkey 47, you can use it, but it's not mandatory. And I think the most important component of that cocktail was a vermouth. But most vermouths are kind of dark like a wine, but it really was a blonde vermouth.
Yeah.
If you don't know what vermouth is, it's basically a fortified wine.
Yeah.
All it is that you make your wine, you add more alcohol to it to give it a little bit more punch. And it's the dopeness.
That's right.
Hey, can
There
you see
you
it? Can you see it?
It's blurred out. But it's, no, you're showing up vermouth. So I'll show you mine.
Oh, there you go.
I think I have a little bit less light than yours.
There you go. I just fixed the lighting right now.
There you go. So this is the one that I used. Oh yeah, there you go, Martini Rossi.
Yeah, I just fixed the lighting, man. I guess this is the lighting that I need. I'll be brightening that sucker up.
And I don't know why.
So shout out to Town to Live. She went ham in the chat in part 1.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. We
Yeah,
appreciate y'all keeping the conversation going.
And also the first drink of tonight was provided to us by B. Thomas, aka Becky with the good hair. And it was a wonderful drink. We truly appreciate you. And guys, if you guys want to send us cocktails you want us to make on the show, go ahead and send us a DM. And also click on the link in our bio. It says solo.eu/The Couples Club. There you can click on the link to listen to our podcast, provide donations to our podcast, also support Cocktails and Combos and leaving us with donations. And also, there's a Facebook group that we're part of that posts some really good deals. You can save up to 80% off on anything you want to buy.
Yes, get your shop on, ladies.
Yeah.
When it's school.
So let's get these shots together. I need this shot.
All right. So before we left the last show, you know, you kind of settled into your relationship, which might make you think you want to leave her, and you might be saving your money. So you gotta backtrack. You gotta have something that's gonna wake you up,
Right.
to get you back in the swing of things.
Okay.
So
What's gonna wake me up?
caffeine.
Right.
Yep.
Caffeine.
That will wake me up.
That wake you up. So this drink literally is made with a coffee liqueur. So you can use Kahlua or there's a tequila version, but I'm making a rum version of it. So you're gonna use coffee liqueur, Kahlua or Patron XO if you want to do a tequila version, a white tequila, or for our situation, we're actually gonna use a white rum. Remember, August is National Rum Month, and we support Haiti, so we're using a Babaku White. And since Jid is a huge fanatic of this coffee provider, we're using Starbucks Espresso.
I can't with y'all.
She loves her coffee.
Recipe up for you guys. Make it at home. We're going to wake on up for you guys so you can wake up your relationship. Woo!
And I think that's the part where you got to stay engaged. You mentioned being engaged, right? Same way that coffee, that espresso gives you a lift. I think a lot of people, when they get to the point where they're having that settling mindset, or those guys having that settling mindset, you got to say, man, how can I add a boost in my relationship? What are some things that I can actually do to boost my relationship? And a lot of people say, you know, how do I get it back to the place where we were like fully engaged, where we were checked in, where we were excited to see each other and to hang out with each other. And I think some of that stuff is you kind of like, you go back to the basics. You go back to doing some of the things that you used to do before.
Yeah.
You know, staying engaged, you know. Some of the stuff is the type of events you may have went to before, even though there's always growth in a relationship, but there's different ways that you can say, how can I spice it up?
Mm-hmm. All right, so just to get the drink on the road, you're going to start off with your right rum. You're going to add about an ounce of that. So since we're doing 2 shots, we're going to double it up and make 2 ounces of white rum.
Okay.
Unfortunately, tonight we're doing a spread out Long Island iced tea with all the different liquors that we're doing tonight.
Wow.
Yeah. And then you'll follow that up with your Kahlua, or if you're going to do the tequila version, you can use Patron Coffee XO. And that's also 1 ounce per shooter, and that means 2 ounces for 2 people.
Okay.
I like that. They're equal parts.
Equal
Yeah,
parts.
everything is equal parts. And last but not least, you're gonna add in your Starbucks espresso, or just any espresso that you like. And that's gonna be half an ounce espresso.
There it is.
So if it's a half an ounce, are we still gonna do
half
like
an ounce? So it's gonna be an ounce in total.
an ounce in total?
Yep. All right.
Now with the espresso, it's pretty hot. I'm pretty sure this is not a chill drink, is it?
Yeah, we're gonna chill it down.
Okay. Yeah, because you mentioned staying engaged, you gotta add that fire.
That's right.
Fire and desire.
Yeah, you gotta keep the fire burning.
All right, so we're gonna ice it down. I do apologize for the noise. All right, so as you guys can see, we have the recipe up above, so make sure write it down. We'll try to get into the comments later on.
Hope one
I
day.
gotta get ready for school.
So where did we leave off? I remember where we left off.
Yeah, we left off on basically staying engaged. You know,
Being engaged, being supportive,
yeah, and what does it look like?
and what does it look like? Yeah.
You know, I think as we pour these drinks, right? Now go ahead and pour, right, E?
Yeah, just go ahead and pour it into your shot glass.
So this is the Wake the Dead shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ours might taste a little bit different because we're using Babaku White, which has a beautiful earthy flavor, which I love. All right, see, that's a good shake. You get a little bit of pumita on the top.
Yeah.
You know pumita, you know what it is.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes.
nice.
Enough foam, enough foam. All right. It's gonna wake me up.
All right.
Wake me up before you go.
I can't with you.
Listen, all them songs, they stuck in my head. I worked at a restaurant, man, so
Johnny Rockets, y'all.
when I-
Johnny Rockets.
in my younger days, so all of them type of songs are stuck in my head. But I love the aspect of, you know, how when we make our drinks, it's for a particular purpose.
Right, right.
And it goes with the conversation that we have.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about, you know, changing mindsets and different things like that, getting at that selling mindset, you do got to put a boost, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about
Yeah,
to
that's
boost
what
it up
Boost it up.
tonight.
Say good night.
I'm done.
Y'all got your shots?
Yeah, we got our
Like
shot.
he said, don't quit your day job.
Yeah.
So cheers. So
Just
am
give
I
me a
taking
morning
this all in one shot or I'm taking sips?
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
cool,
up to
man.
you.
Hey, I'm taking it to the head, man. Let's get that boost.
Take
Come
it
on.
to the head.
It
Okay.
tastes great. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's pretty smooth.
It was nice and smooth.
I'm not sure if the
Yeah.
if it's the espresso that
I
It
gives
was a
it.
Kahlua.
The Kahlua?
Yeah.
Hey, I think I might make another one, man.
He can't get enough.
Don't use up the Kahlua. We got one more drink for the night that needs Kahlua.
Now we got enough. We got enough. And then remember, guys, the recipes
And we
are
also
there.
have rum chata.
The recipes are there, so
Rum
definitely
chata.
take
I
advantage.
love me some rum chata.
Oh yeah, that's my holiday go-to drink.
Woo!
It's better than cremas.
What's better than cremas? Rum chata?
Salud. Thank you, gorgeous Jess.
Salud,
Salud.
salud. So, just another plug. If you'd like us to have different type of conversations, send us a DM,
Yeah.
and we won't mention your name or anything, but it'll be our topic.
Yes, definitely.
So DM us drinks, DM us conversations, and just DM us some tips.
Yeah. So just to jump back in it, guys, we were talking about staying engaged, right? A guy has to get a boost. And what do you guys think about that, man? having that different mindset, or having that mindset of, man, I'm building an empire and joining. I know a lot of people have a hard time even joining accounts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they feel like, you know, there has to be a lot of secretness in it. And I think some of those
We
things.
had that problem?
I don't think we necessarily had the problem. I think the
We
only
just never had time because I had so
in the beginning. And I think one of the issues is that sometimes she may have accounts and she may have other accounts with
that I
her,
forget about.
with her parents.
Yeah.
Same with me. I have accounts and then I have other accounts with my parents as well.
I had a bank account since I was a youngin'.
Yeah.
And I even forgot about it.
Yeah.
So
Quote, unquote.
that's why you got added late. Because I didn't even know it
because for
existed.
some people that's a big decision as far as joining accounts. Should I still have my own account?
Yeah.
Or should I have my own account and then we have an account together?
Or should I have another account on the side shuffling money in?
Well, I mean, let's take it from this perspective from the dating phase, right?
Well, obviously in the dating phase,
You
know,
don't have to. I'm not obligated to have you on my
you're
account.
not obligated.
Right.
That's my
You're
money.
not obligated, but when it gets serious, at what point do you either merge your main accounts or create an optional third account?
When you say, "Will you marry me?" You put the ring, and then we're starting to look for venues for the wedding, and then that's account specifically for the wedding. Until I say I do, you ain't getting
this l'argent.
But you know that's the thing right there. The merger.
The merger. The merger happens when my name merges with yours.
That is the biggest thing you can do, especially as an engaged couple, because that's exactly what
I am not boo boo the fool.
Once I said I do, I'm gonna marry you. We're gonna spend the rest of our lives together. We went in, we opened up an account together,
and that was specifically for the wedding.
Specifically for the wedding, and
that's what we did too.
And out of my paycheck from work, we decided together that we were gonna put money aside to go directly to this account that we were gonna do to save for marriage.
Right.
For the wedding expenses, venue, clothes, dress, all that good stuff.
But that was one account because he proposed.
Yes,
ladies, listen to what I'm saying.
I had I still had my own bank account, but we had that specific account together for the wedding. Now, after we got married, we still kept the account, and that account was for,
miscellaneous
emergencies, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So the key word, ladies, just because you're dating somebody don't mean you have to merge your funds, because he could walk away with them funds. We, in our courtship, once he said, "Will you marry me?" Ding, 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 then we had the bank account.
Let's get an account.
Yes. And that account was specifically for a debt-free wedding. That's what that was
so
for.
It had a purpose.
It had a purpose.
I'm not boo boo the fool. When we said I do on April 5th, April 6th, we had a bank account together.
So Starbucks he says strategy for taxes. Don't count for Madam Ellie.
I can't.
Don't count what?
Don't
Don't
for Madam Ellie.
Hey, but you were gonna say something else, E?
Right. So.
Look at that. She said, Gorgeous said, "What do you do when you want to buy your spouse a surprise? Pay cash?"
Huh?
Like she said, if you have joint accounts.
Like if I want to buy you a gift, what do I do? Some people's like, if they still have all of their accounts
said, I would never share my account.
You have, like, the way we set up our finances, we have three accounts. We have 3 accounts. One for me, one for her, and a joint. So that way, our individual accounts, we can splurge on ourselves and splurge on our spouse. Yeah. And the third account is to take care of emergencies, right?
And vacations.
Right.
I think the thing about a merger, right? That's when you got to look at it. What makes a merger successful is a lot of transparency.
Right.
And when there's not a lot of transparency in a merger, there ends up being a lot of conflict because it's like, yo, a lot of things are unexpected. If you'd have told me this, we could have dealt with this.
Yeah.
Or if you did this, we could have did this. You know, we could have handled that a little bit better.
Let me tell you, time to live. You said you'll never share, right? I was kind of like that. In the beginning, I was like, well, especially because how I was brought up. I always saw that mommy always had her little stash on the side, and her little stash on the side always saved the day. Because you never know what the other person is doing with their cash flow, right? So in the beginning, I was the spender.
Yeah.
I was the spender.
Like
because of him, I learned to save.
Yeah. Like my mom, she always be like, you gotta have your little side account, Rachel.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure that you got
that little
stash. Your little stash, and make sure that you know, just in case something happened, you're good to go.
I already beat mom to the punch, and I was like, here, this is yours.
Yeah. And I think the transparency doesn't have to be like something where you feel like you're giving everything. But for example, he mentioned how if there's one account and then both of you guys have a separate account, as long as there's some transparency, for example, if both of the money or all of the money is coming into one account, and then as you pay yourselves, you know, you can pay yourself, I pay myself, you pay yourself.
And I buy you a gift with your money.
So
that's what time to live said.
You can do that. You can do that. You can buy me a gift for my own money. And you know, but then guess what?
But it's our money.
But guess what?
Right.
Now on your separate account, you get to manage your own. Hold on. You get to manage your own thing, and I get to manage my own thing. So even though we're growing something together, we still have our own separate things where we're seeing how we manage that ourselves.
Right.
What did you say?
So the piggyback off Starboy 1.3, he says, is it a merger or a hostile takeover?
Hey, I love Starboy, man.
So Starboy, it was a merger, not no hostile takeover.
I mean, but
for some people, if they're so used to being independent, having their own money and used to spending their money and not having to, like, I guess, you know, be accountable to somebody, it can be a hostile takeover.
Well, let's not get like, okay, when we use the terminology hostile takeover, right? That would pose as a red flag, right? Because think about it. If you're like, let's get one account, but the only reason you're doing one account is because you're bringing in 20% of the value of the overall value of the account versus your spouse bringing in 80%. You're just positioning yourself to be able to have an increased spending limit, which makes it a hostile takeover.
Right.
Because you ain't bringing enough money, but you like.
But you spend it.
Right.
Or it could be the opposite, where, you know, it could be a hostile takeover where one spouse is like, you cannot spend all of this money, and I'm limiting you on spending.
That's a problem for me.
That's a problem for some people.
It depends what the purpose and goal is there.
Yeah.
Right. If there's a good purpose and goal that's teaching you financial
fiscal responsibility.
But it depends on how you relay that message to your spouse. If you haven't had a conversation where, look, babe, we can't be spending all of this money or X, Y, and Z, and you're like, it's my money, I can do whatever I want, I want to spend the money, then
let me tell you,
it's gonna be an issue.
Let me tell you, I'm a living example. You know, in the beginning, I was used to doing things on my own. You know, I'm living at home in my parents' house. Hey, make it rain, buy them $1,000 bags. Okay, got married to this one. This is not how it's gonna work. We're gonna what was it called? Snowball effect. We're gonna pay these debts down.
Yeah.
So you're able to do what you want to do.
And you're
responsibly.
And you're more financial.
And then sometimes you gotta learn some lessons where, you know what,
because I wasn't ready for that conversation, y'all.
She was still hiding bags.
Oh, you know what? Pause. Wait, pause. So, y'all Leos talk about take your money and give me peace.
We like nice things.
Y'all want to listen about how to handle y'all money. What's up with y'all?
Because we like nice things.
Muncie.
Nah.
We work hard to play hard.
We like to spend money on things, and I had to learn the hard way. Like, ooh, I guess I gotta be more, manage my money better and budget better, and be more transparent with my spouse, and not be swiping the card
Right.
all day long and not being accountable to it. And then next thing you know, like, you owe how much?
Yeah.
Hey, and then you have to have that hard conversation, like where all this money went, why we owe so much money to X, Y, and Z credit card.
Yeah, exactly.
So listen, when you love your spouse, you understand that your spouse's debt is your debt. So, you take it with a grain of salt. You lose, you learn. Right?
What's that one thing?
Starboy says prioritize on the things that matter and then splurge.
I like that.
Yeah. Hey, I think
that, Starboy.
I think on that note,
it's a learning thing. Especially when you first get married. You have to grow. You have to learn. Obviously, sometimes it's a lesson that unfortunately costs for some people to, especially if you're in a relationship, that we have to realize, we have to be more transparent with each other with our finances and be honest with each other. Like, look, I need help in this area. I need you to help me. I need you to help me to be more accountable, and for me to be like, hey, babe, I'm gonna, I need to buy X, Y, and Z. It's gonna cost this much. Or for us ladies, our hair, our nails, all that stuff is not cheap. No. And some guys don't understand those things, and so we have to be able to budget those things in and be able to have that conversation. We can, hey, what do you think about me spending money on this? Right. And it's not like, you have to get checked or whatever, or like he's, keeping tight reins on the money. You just have to be more transparent.
Right.
So, and in regards to that, because some guys need to understand, if the physical part of your wife is what initially attracted to you, you invest in that, right?
Yes.
You don't see getting her hair done, getting her nails done as a luxury. You do it as a necessity.
It's a necessity.
That's part of my budget.
It gotta be budgeted in as
part of my monthly budget.
Exactly.
Expenses.
I think all this Leo talk is gonna have me ready for the next drink.
I sent a request because Sydney's phone's going dead.
It is?
It is?
Yeah.
When did you send it again?
All right, so in regards to that, right? Let's see. So, all right, so basically, to have the fiscal responsibility in your relationship, like Starboy said, you got to prioritize things that matter and splurge. Because what that allows you to lead to is being able to buy the Gucci and all the wonderful things that your spouse wants and deserves.
Okay. Try going back out and coming back in to West.
So I mean, we'll make it work. It's not a big. It's not the end of the world. So, in the dating phase, right? And the reason we use the topic is cheaper to keep her. When you get to the point, fellas, that woman that you with is worth the lifelong commitment, it becomes. I'm sorry, Becky, you're absolutely right. It's never charged.
No, it was charged. It was at 90%.
Babe, it was 76.
No, it was not at 76.
I promise when I looked at it, it said 76%.
You did?
Yes.
So
hey, we've been online for almost 2 hours now. So
yeah.
Come on now.
So
blame my phone for that.
When you realize, all right. So for the fellas, when you realize it's cheaper to keep her, the most important thing that you realize is that you start to create this merger, right? So if you have your own apartment, she has her own apartment. If you get real savvy, you can sublease those apartments. Mm-hmm. That can technically pay for your new apartment or new house. Strategy, peep game, listen. So that way, You can sublease that apartment. That pays for your new house. Y'all saving money because you're paying your apartment and you're paying your mortgage. Get creative with it, right? Instead of you always having to financially spend on each date night, you can merge your finances, have that joint account that pays for date nights, that pays for vacations, that pays for trips. So even in the dating phase, once you realize she is the one for the rest of your life, it is cheaper to keep her.
Yeah.
It's cheaper to commit to her.
Yeah, and that commitment will bring you to committing to other areas as well. And I think that's the thing.
And you know what? Time that they brought up a great point that we haven't brought up yet. Are you adding children as part of the cheaper to keep her? Absolutely. Right?
Yeah.
Because if you guys separate, you got alimony, you got child support, and there's a strategy around that too if you're really smart. So you have alimony, you have child support. Of course she's cheaper to keep it. Invest in her, especially if she was willing to get her body to go to these new territories, which you would never ever experience. Right? Men can have babies, period. Our bellies ain't getting big.
Yeah.
Things ain't growing out of control. You ain't getting diabetes, hypertension, all that stuff, right? You should look at your wife and be like, wow.
That was an investment.
Right, that was an investment.
You took a toll on my body when I had these kids.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing that's a message that we want to send to guys out there is that, you know, to be able to transcend into
Boy said, nah, she's a bill.
She a bill?
That's what you're trying to avoid. You're trying to avoid her.
And guess what, Starboy? You're a bill as well. We're both bills, and we want to build something.
Yeah.
You know, even though that's a bill, you're both bills.
You're building a legacy for your family.
So on that note, Starboy is breaking it down for us. You know, he's saying she can give you hypertension, diabetes. So it creates a mudslide effect on your relationship that makes it go downward, right?
Right.
So on that note, that actually leads to our third drink of the night.
Go ahead.
It's called the mudslide.
The mudslide. Woo!
Yeah, mudslide.
Hey, guess
okay,
what?
How we doing this mudslide?
So the mudslide is super easy. I decided, because you usually have to make a mudslide with Kahlua, vodka, and heavy whipping cream, but I was like, nah, I don't want to do heavy whipping cream, so I just decided to use a cream liqueur. Spike it up a little bit. So I'm going to put the recipe on the screen so you guys can see the ratios, and we're going to get to this last drink. Shot.
Awesome. I love it, man.
So that's what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to avoid relationships going in a mudslide pattern, right? We were trying to make sure it building up to a new beginning, a long-lasting, fruitful relationship. All right. So now, this cocktail, you're gonna mix everything in the glass. So the first thing you want to do is add your ice to your glass.
I feel like
The glass first.
Hey, quick question. What are you using for your cream liqueur?
I'm actually using my Bomb. Sorry, I'm using my. You can use babies.
Okay.
I'm using Bonbon, which is a plant-based cream liqueur.
Well, the Grand Marnier is not cream, but it's a liqueur.
You guys don't have Baileys?
Yeah, we have Baileys.
Yeah, so you just need luau, vodka, and Baileys. All right, so we can give it a nice cool effect. We're gonna actually start off with the Kahlua first, which is about an ounce of Kahlua.
What are we starting with?
The Kahlua.
Kahlua.
So is it an ounce for 2 people? Or?
An ounce per drink, so it's gonna be 2. Well, you're gonna make the glasses separate. You're gonna mix everything in the glass.
Okay. So put your ice in the glass.
Kahlua, how many ounces?
1 ounce per glass.
So 2 ounces.
Well, you're not gonna shake it. You're gonna do everything in the glass.
In the glass that you're drinking.
Yeah, you're gonna start with the glass.
Okay.
So let's put it in.
And then you're gonna follow that up with some vodka. I need to get more vodka.
So 1 ounce.
I'm running low. I think I barely got enough to get this going. All right, and then you're gonna go ahead and chase it with 1.5 ounces of cream liqueur. So that would be your Baileys.
1 ounce vodka.
Now, when you're pouring in your cream liqueur, try to make sure to pour it slow so you can get a nice little layer effect.
Oh, here we
Just
go
to
with
give
this
a
layer.
little bit of
Layering
pizzazz.
now? Okay.
Yeah, not that deep, not that deep.
She just throwing it in there like, mudslide this. Put them both.
Yeah, I
Let
did.
me try my layering. Let me layer my own drink.
I suck at layering. Am I using a spoon? What am I doing?
You're just
No,
pouring it. You're
you
just
just pour it
pouring it
in.
in slowly.
Just take your time on pouring it in.
What we doing this?
Yeah.
So if you ever had a White Russian, it's similar to a White Russian.
Yeah, the White Russians are pretty good.
So this is what you kind of should have. And if you had this, if you ever watched the movie The Big Lebowski, you always start with your finger.
Your finger?
You start with your finger.
Now, E,
Yes, sir.
as we making this drink, right? One of the things that I take from a lot of this as well is your belief on like preventative measure. And
My fingers are short.
and as we're talking about, you know, you want to prevent a mudslide, right?
Yeah.
Part of
Avoid a
preventing,
mudslide.
yeah, avoid a mudslide. So if you want to avoid and prevent a mudslide, some of the ways you do
Use
that
your finger.
is using like preventative measures to make sure that your relationship is a
How about I
success.
add some of my espresso to this?
Ooh.
Go ahead. If you want to, you can do that.
You know I'm not gonna waste no coffee. Nope, you don't. You want some?
Well, let me taste it first the way it is, and then I'll add.
That's on you, sweetie. If you talking about you can't go to sleep at night, that ain't my fault.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I don't mind.
Yeah,
I
ain't
ain't
no
going
one
nowhere
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Cheers. Cheers.
We ain't trying to
Oh,
go.
you said you want to taste it
We
first.
ain't trying to go to bed, right?
No.
It's good with the espresso.
It's good.
You already shake it for me?
Yeah. Well, you did it with your finger.
No, how about
Oh, you want me to do it with my finger?
Especially, like Miss Gorgeous just said it best. Keep the line of communication clear.
Oh, you. Oh. Okay, for your OnlyFans page.
OnlyFans page. This ain't gonna get.
But, Jid, my fingers are short.
So, dang.
Oh my goodness.
Try it. Here you go. How is it?
It's good. Hold on.
Oh. So
You don't want to
like
taste
coffee,
mine.
y'all.
No, I'm gonna put some coffee in it, but how's it with coffee?
It
It's
tastes good with the
delicious.
coffee.
No, I want to do the shot. So I'm gonna go back and look at the shot later. But yeah, man.
You want a shot?
But you know, I do agree where a lot of the things you want to prevent. We're drinking a mudslide, but you want to prevent a mudslide in your relationship. You want to avoid those mudslides, and you want to know to avoid a mudslide. You want to know how a mudslide is going to build.
That's right.
And I think for us guys, we are charged with that responsibility of being able to anticipate some things. You got to be able to anticipate the good and the bad. That's why you want to feed the good. And if you anticipate any negativity or something that's going array or going the wrong way, you want to make sure you do something about it. Not let it fester, not let it grow.
All in all, it's not cheaper to keep me.
It is cheaper. It is cheaper to keep you.
We're trying
No.
to take this back
So
because you brought this conversation up. I
No,
want to know.
it
Do
is-
you love me? You love me? You love me?
Yeah,
You love me?
yeah,
You love me?
yeah,
You love me?
yeah.
Oh, okay. He
Yeah.
loves me.
So it is cheaper to keep you, but I don't want to just keep you. I want to actually build you. I don't want to keep you. I want to build you. I want to grow you. I want you to be at the level where everything that you want is right there at your fingertips. So I'm not
We
just
winning together.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm trying to win with you, baby.
Okay, I like this team.
We winning together. I like
I
that.
like it.
You know what? Like the words of the great Nipsey Hussle, God rest his soul. He said when he's with Nunu, can't remember her. What's her name again?
Lauren.
Lauren London. Nunu. That's all I know is Nunu. He said, fellas, you should know your wife enough. And Cindy had passed over this earlier this evening. You should know your wife enough to already predict her wants. So
Yeah.
you gotta learn her, study her, research her. So that way when she's like, oh babe, I'm gonna go. Oh, you wear lobster?
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh babe, you wanna go to where?
So E, you're saying this in a man's point of view, but what about us? What are we supposed to do?
Well, I think for
We can do that.
Because for me, I feel like a man should chase the woman, a woman shouldn't be chasing a man. What y'all think? Or is that another conversation?
I think that's
another conversation.
I think you're trying to be here all night.
I'm just saying that's you know.
Hey,
Well,
everybody tuned in.
But
We will
you know,
definitely
like
discuss that next week.
with the guys, you know, praising on us and lifting us up, we can't just, you know, not do anything. We can't just leave the guys hanging.
Yeah,
Not,
that's
you
true.
know, build them up also too, because you know that's our man. You know.
Yeah.
Listen.
I agree. But that's a whole nother topic.
The reality is, yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. The reality is, a man can't truly be successful without having a partner that is willing to build with him.
Yeah.
Right? So, as a man...
Don't tell me a Starboy again.
No, Mila, she said Jen just had that espresso and she's ready for 10 more episodes.
I'm with you on that, Jim, because that espresso is hitting me right now.
Yeah.
Dang on Leos.
Really said.
So, you know...
But we love you guys.
We definitely love you guys. Unconditionally. Flaws and all.
The little flaws, right?
Well, actually, we've been married long enough, it's not even flaws anymore.
Yeah, because we're close to perfection.
It's just who we are.
No, actually, those flaws actually become endearing things about you.
Oh.
Right? It's like, you know what? It's actually just a weird quirk that you learn to like. Like, really. And then you become supportive of it. Like, my wife can sleep in the bed all day, right? So, hey, kids, let's go out. Road trip time. And she'll be in the bed all day.
Yeah.
I realized I can get a lot of peace and quiet for myself. Since y'all was talking about peace. And
you know,
Starboy said he just made his wife a mudslide. So, bam, we win it.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I love it, Starboy.
Husband, that's right.
Yeah. Hey, E, you know the thing that you said, which is, I think, a good way to really look at it is that
Starboy, say hi to your wifey for us, please.
yeah, is a lot of times if that quirk that E was talking about, that quirk or that flaw is a great opportunity for you to fill in that gap. And I'm really big on how we can fill each other's gaps. You know, so that's a great moment for you to be like, man, you know, if that's a flaw, that's a great way for me to fit in and really like shine in that area. So he mentioned, I could grab the kids. If you need more rest, I could grab the kids and do this, and I could shine. And that's how we sometimes praise each other with our differences and things like that. But, you know, again, that's something different. But again, I think that it's something that a lot of people, they focus so much on the flaw instead of feeling that flaw and saying, man, this is a great opportunity for me to shine in this area. We don't have to always compete. Competition is always good.
I like it, boys. You guys did good.
Yeah. Because actually, B. Thomas said it earlier. She was like, don't just tell me, show me.
Show me.
Yeah.
Show me what you got. And I don't need to tell you what I want. You anticipate what you think I might want.
Yeah. And I think men,
I like it.
And I think men, we have to continue to grow in our ability to anticipate what our wives need.
Right.
So I guess to summarize it and simplify it is never stop dating your spouse.
Bam. I like that.
Yeah, never stop getting to know her.
It's a lifelong courtship, even with the little people.
And don't change. Be
Well,
consistent.
no.
It's not
I'm-
don't change.
Well, you
Be consistent.
well, be consistent. I wouldn't say don't change.
Well,
Be
don't
consistent.
change meaning what Natalie mentioned earlier, where they're one person and then 6 months later they turn into someone else.
No, but that's somebody who brings their representative. So
Yeah.
they forcefully they forcefully.
So
Because
be
your true
100.
colors is always gonna show. You can't
Right.
hide that. You can't hide who you truly are forever.
Okay, so let's be 100.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like Starboy said, love each other, support each other, knowing is perfect. Sorry, and continue to grow
Yes.
and build. You get what I'm
Put
saying?
date nights in the budget. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Fridays.
Yes.
Fridays.
Even with COVID-19.
Even with
Yes.
COVID, you still gotta do date night.
Always date your mate. That's our motto.
And I'm gonna take another shot.
I think it's the end of the road for the Cherishes.
They froze.
Yeah, they froze. Yes. And exactly like Starboy say, do what they say. And keep it growing, keep it moving, you know.
And kiss what? Date night and kissing. Yes, kissing. I love kissing.
So when game, I have to play with my spouse where when we were driving somewhere, I would tell her every time I break is a kiss.
Mm-hmm.
So
we haven't done that in a while.
So sometimes I'll break a lot.
Now I knew what was going on.
So we're gonna get them back on again.
Yes, I think Sid's phone died.
Yeah.
Sid.
Y'all already know.
Yeah.
Hey, but he lasted this long.
He lasted this long.
Exactly.
It's all
Give
about
me
the
the
marathon. It's all about the marathon. Wait, so Natalie, the hairstylist, says, I guess I'm about ready for my white man now.
Ooh, that's another topic. Ooh.
She said she ready for a
She ready for a man.
A blonde?
No,
Listen,
because what it sounds like is she's not getting what she needs, or she's not meeting a black man to give her what she needs. So she want to try the other side. The grass greener on the other side.
Oh, and we definitely gonna talk about that next week.
That's the topic for next week. You hit the nail on the head.
right. So Natalie, I know that's the goal. This is one thing I would say. That relationship requires unconditional love.
Yes.
Right? And the reason I say that is that
Those relationships are truly tested.
right, because in this current climate, you know, your demographics competing with another set of demographics produces a lot of hate and jealousy towards your relationship.
Yeah.
So it is literally a relationship that you will be in that could potentially be life or death. Right? So that unconditional love to fight for a relationship is going to be key to the success of this relationship. And I'll give you a movie to watch. The movie is literally called Love. L-O-V-E. And it's literally about an interracial couple, I believe in the 1940s, 1930s.
Yeah.
Look it up. It's a beautiful movie, right? And with that movie, he did eventually got to the point where I think he lost his wife. I can't remember. It's been a while that I watched it, but he never stopped proclaiming his love to her. Right? So whoever you want to love, it's your choice. But remember, certain loves will require unconditional love.
That energy.
To death part, and you have to realize, you know, not everybody's gonna be supportive of that love, and you have to be able to fight for your love for each other, the both of you guys together.
Right.
You know?
I agree. Hey, I think before we call it a night, I want that drink again, E. I know you said the
Which
shot.
one?
The shot where we did the
Kahlua.
Kahlua. So it was the Kahlua.
Kahlua, white rum.
Yes, white rum.
I guess I'm not going to sleep tonight. White rum and espresso.
And espresso. So for those who want to take another shot again.
For one more.
Well, one more. We could do one extra shot.
Woo! This is special. Hey, come on, y'all. This is special.
No, Eddie gotta do that shot because I already got like shots of espresso in this drink already. I'm gonna be up all night, but then again, he might like that.
I don't mind. I gotta build my canvas anyway for my students. I gotta build my canvas. Here we go. Kahlua. No,
Yeah,
first
so
he said to put
white
the Kahlua
rum.
first.
So 1 ounce Kahlua, 1 ounce white rum, and half an ounce of espresso.
Yeah, so two.
Don't worry, guys. We're doing our best to up our game. So when we start streaming on different platforms, we'll get the angles with it. We get the background kind of vibe. And hopefully after COVID, we'll be all together building this great. So what we would love our audience to do is make sure to share, like, and our lives. Go ahead, Jim.
FYI, before the year ends, we already have a sponsor who's willing to let us host a live at their venue. So meaning we will be having a Cocktails and Convo live, and we're going to invite special guests. But because of COVID, it's limited number of guests. So,
but you can always watch, live stream with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, hopefully, God willing, 2021 or...
So it's going to be nice, guys.
It's going to be on and popping. Good conversation. Everybody's going to have drinks. It's going to be really good. So planning is in the works, to bring it all together, God willing.
So in the next few weeks, we will be introducing some new things. We want loving relationships to grow, no matter what color, what background, in any fashion or form. Love for your spouse.
Love is love, no matter
Love is love.
what color you are. Yeah, love
That's right.
Oh,
Look,
so Star
my
Wars,
family is mixed.
right? So Starboy, like, I already got dibs on the first show.
We got you, Starboy.
Oh, Starboy say you got this?
We see
got
our
you.
loyal
You and
listeners
Wifey.
and our loyal followers. We got y'all.
Yeah,
We got y'all loyal followers. We got you guys.
So
I'm not sure if did you guys make the shot as well or no?
No.
All right.
cheers to
I
love.
still got this though. Cheers.
So I got my
Cheers.
mustache.
To love,
Yes.
relationships, and we're gonna end 2020 with a bang.
With bang. Bang.
2020 ain't gonna stop our show.
Nope.
Nah. And that's right, B. Thomas, you did not miss one show. Definitely. We're gonna have to make a VIP section. So
We got a VIP section.
Yeah, we might do a VIP section.
We got
for real,
Milla,
'cause
we got Starboy, we got
loyal.
Gorgeous, we got Time to Live, Bold and Beautiful. I remember all y'all.
Yeah, we got you,
Peaches,
ladies.
Becky. We got y'all.
Oh, God.
We got y'all.
And we love and appreciate always, definitely share, and like and click the link in the bios. I'm already messed up, guys.
So I can be supportive to my wife and take over. If you click on the bio in our link to solo.tu/the couples club, you'll be able to see our link to our podcast, to be able to support our podcast, as well as donate to Cocktails and Combos each and every Friday night. And we do also have a page that we like to shop on to save up to 80% on any Amazon deal that pops up. Go ahead, click on the link, subscribe, show us some love. We truly appreciate you guys. We're going to try to be better for you because you guys are better for us.
That's right. We
And-
appreciate y'all.
That's right. So we just hope that you guys come out to be better significant others to your future and current spouse, because that's our goal.
Yeah. So again, thank you everybody for. Go ahead.
I can't read the comments. I don't have my phone.
So Actually, we have a pay. If you go to our link, you will see our PayPal link, and you can go ahead and make your purchase. You can make your donations there. So that way we can make sure we can support the show and buy bottles and everything else to keep the show on the road. We love you. We appreciate you guys. Zell, okay. You know, we're gonna open up all those accounts just for you guys.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
So click on the link. The reason we did PayPal is that you can pay by credit card. You don't have to worry about using Cash App or Zelle. Just go ahead and charge it. And next time, like Starboy said, we're gonna go ahead and pin it. It's kind of hard. We'll get our lives together.
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank
We
you, thank you.
appreciate that.
Love you guys.
Well, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
I'm tipsy. I'm sorry,
Hey,
y'all.
listen, it's the Cocktails and Combo with the Couples Club, where we have everyday conversations with extraordinary drinks.
That's right. You got it.
Hey, listen, I've been practicing, y'all.
Thank you. Love
See you
you.
next week.
All right, peace, y'all. Thank you for the love.
Wait, tonight's combo was interesting. Thanks for sharing. Cheers to the weekend. Stay blessed. Thank you.
Thank you.